The information I'm about to share is my personal insight into a highly sensitive situation. What you're about to hear comes directly from raw, unfiltered, remote viewing. I urge you all to take from what resonates, but understand this is my unique perception and yours to discern. Okay, so I'm going to get myself into a comfortable position. And tonight, I am going to look into the reason why I'm doing this in code is because of targeting. And it's a very sensitive situation. So sit back and relax, and I'm going to see what's been going on. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the event when apparently she had put out on social media that she had so many days to live, and that she had been hit by a school bus. Okay. And I'm just going to go into it and back in time, and I'm going to do some remote viewing. So sit back and relax. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting a very highly stressed feeling. I can actually see her in the car with somebody else the day apparently that she was hit by the school bus, which was just a jerk. It was just like a stall. It wasn't a crash as such. I'm also feeling it's as if that there's been other people who have had access to her social media. So I don't know the full story, but I don't know, there's been little bits of mix-ups with posts where she's put things out and they've been a bit strange. But I'm definitely feeling, and it's as if that there's been a woman on her behalf, an older woman, who's been putting out information. Definitely information to say that she had been hit by a bus, that type of thing. Okay. So what I'm feeling here very strongly is that I'm getting the word lies. I am getting very strong that they do this all the time, and I'm going to tell you this in a minute, that they don't often say when an event had taken place. So apparently when she had apparently been hit by a bus, it wasn't said out loud, or it wasn't put out properly. They use situations as well. So what I'm feeling strongly is that when Virginia has had bruises on her face, it has not been to do with the bus. Do you understand what I mean? And I'm seeing her in contact with a man. And I get a lot of aggression. I get a lot of upset. That could be her ex-husband. But I'm also being shown, it's awful, like threats. Right, I'm going, it's dark at night time. And we're in a farmhouse. And I'm getting really creeped out. I can see dark cars turning up. Headlights. It's very remote. I'm hearing the dogs barking. Definitely hearing a dog barking. And she looks like she's not done up or anything fancy. But it's all being done very quickly, where she's been told that she has to get away. This is really strange. If she had a tip off earlier on and she was going to disappear, she couldn't do that. But this time it was out of her hand. She had to do it. It was something to do with a plane ticket or getting a different visa. Oh my God. To get her out of the country quietly, swiftly, and quickly. Okay. Right, okay. So there's definitely a lot more money involved here. And it's a lot to do with the E list. You know what I'm going on about, the Epstein list. Big names that she had, and they did not want this out. And she was about to blow the cat out of the bag, basically. And you're talking names that a lot of people would not accept, but it wasn't just names, there was also evidence. Now, there's 2 copies of this, and this is why they also came into a house and took a lot of stuff out of a house. They raided a house. So we're looking at different agencies here. We've got a secret agency what's got her out of the country. They've got her away. My God, guys, she's still alive. Right, I'm going back to the bruises on her face, and it's so easy. And remember, this is my take on it. This is entertainment purposes only as well, okay? This is my take on it. Doesn't mean it's fact. Just thought I would say that. But I've been doing this job a long time, and I also worked for Northumbria, Portuguese police with the Madeleine McCann situation. And I've also helped the British Armed Forces with missing soldiers in Baghdad and places like that. But what I'm feeling is that it's not, the bruises weren't nothing to do with ex-partner. She's had to get away and she's turned for help. So I'm looking at 2 agencies. I'm looking at a bad agency and a good agency. This is really weird. There's not just like FBI, CIA, MI6, MI5. You're looking at other agencies here. It's gone beyond that now. I don't know, I'm getting massaged as well. I'm seeing Maxwell's face. I've got to be so careful, guys, how I see this, because the last time I got, naughty stepped with this subject. But as you know, her father was obviously a triple agent working for different organisations, and he was mysteriously disappeared off a boat. Watch for big news coming in and around Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, so there's been threats and she's hidden away into the house. She's hidden away to the house. So the night they came back, they said that she had to get out and they would make sure that she was comfortable and never to speak again. And this goes beyond Andrew, Prince Andrew and all of that. I don't know why I'm getting the 27th, but nothing's put out in real time. When situations happen, they're not happening in real time. So them bruises that she showed on Instagram from apparently the crash, they were all bruises. They were all bruises. And they were bruises of being beaten up, really. She was threatened. I'm being shown white jasmine. Obviously, that is different parts of the world where it grows. I'll leave that one up to you. But I feel it's as if that she's living a life somewhere else. She was about to blow the cat out of the bag. That's when I'm being shown very strong. It's just a metaphor, a way of putting it. So going back to when they don't put it out in real time, the situation with Giuffre, when that happened, when the news came, 3 or 4 days previous to that, I was sitting quietly and I just went boom and seen the situation as it was happening in real time, and they were doing him in basically in the cell, but he was still alive. And obviously then the cameras went off. So they got him out of the prison before the date of what they announced, before the date they announced that he had passed, because that wasn't true. So again, it's a similar situation. It's as if like being beat up, but then removed and labelled as past, which is not true. Okay. And there's been loads of reports, as you know, of different people from the school bus who have come forward and said that was not the case and there was no crash. So she's used an excuse. They told her to use an excuse to exit, but it didn't. She's not, not a very good liar. So then that situation passed, and then she's had to bide her time until the visas come in. So they've come into the house late at night. They've surrounded the house. It's been dark. She's got her dressing gown on, or just lounge, like suit. Okay. There's definitely been a situation where she hasn't been able to do anything about it. And it's been taken out of her hands. She's been told to shut up and to leave. But she resisted this, and this is why they beat her up, basically. She didn't take her own life. She didn't. She's been forced to sign something when they came back. I don't know if it's something to do with a different passport or something like that, a change of name. I'm getting the 5th, the 6th and the 7th. And there is huge news now to come out with another 2 people involved with this situation. I don't know that one of them is Maxwell or Andrew, but watch for more information to come out. I don't know why I'm getting the 27th, the 11th, the 4th. It'll all fall into place. Okay. So with his situation, They didn't say that they hid the time and the date. It happened previously. It didn't happen when they said it happened. And with Virginia, it didn't happen when they said it happened. The incidents happened beforehand. So by the time she had passed, plus she was estranged from her family, so it's so easy to do a situation like that. So they couldn't then go and see her because it was, maybe they'd made something up like, it was too bad, or they had to do something to her, or it's a crime scene, or they have to investigate it. And then they've come back and said it's been the other, that she's committed harry-carry when she hasn't. You know what I mean? Yeah. It all happened well before then. I don't know why I'm getting the 27th. I don't know why. But I do know wherever she's been sent to, she is safe out of the way. There's conditions connected with it, and I don't know if it's still connected with the children. I really don't know. Maybe I'll come back in another date and time and look at it again. But this world is not what you think it is. Everything's been staged. We are looking at the bigger picture. They all need Oscars. Does that make sense? Going back to the Epstein situation, and I've put this out before publicly. I put it out on Facebook and it didn't go down too well, but I'm going to say it again, and you can check this out. If you actually lie down a certain person from the side view, it looks very similar, because there was no body of A. There was no body of Jeffrey A. Because he left, you know what I mean? He left and was dragged away as he was beaten up. But there was somebody that they used a side view of him lying on the stretcher, which was Anthony Bourdain, was the famous chef, God rest his soul. And they used that picture to make it look like it was him lying in a cell on a stretcher, and it wasn't. But it goes beyond him, and it goes beyond, like I said before, it's a big hidden network. And it's a network what's so deep, so stenched, so deep. And all the puppet masters, and they're all trying to cover it up and everything. But it's going to leak out. It's going to leak out in such a way. It will come out. Everything comes out in the wash in the end. It's fading out now. Signed signatures. I tell you who else I'm seeing as well. I'm seeing McAfee. And that's another dodgy situation. And he knew what was going on. And then they're showing us again, right, where the building was taken down. There was a connection. He had the files. He had the evidence as well. You're not just looking at, Virginia Giuffre. You're looking at other people. When you're well connected, mark my words, it's not over with yet. And I'm going to leave that one with you all. Wherever she is. May God protect her. Whatever reason why she's done what she's done. I'm seeing white jasmine blowing in the wind. And I'm being shown deserts. And I'll leave that one with you. Take care. God bless. May the force be with you all. Goodbye now.
Where am I? I think I'm stuck on end screen. Guys, I need to stop doing this asshole travelling. I keep getting stuck in the cloud. But anyway, I'm stuck in my end screen. So don't forget, subscribe to my channel and press the bell for new updates. Us fairies, you know, we're always getting up to mischief. See you all soon. Bye now.